Well, first I'm gonna talk about like the document settings and stuff. So first you wanna name your document, and then you can decide how many artboards you want and stuff. Meaning like how many canvases in a project. Yeah. So you can also have like spacing of like the spacing between like each canvases, and columns, basically how many rows that you want, because they will, like kind of align it for you and stuff. And then choose the size. This one's basically vertical or horizontal orientation. And for the bleed, you might want to stick to 2 cm, which is like the minimum bleed that you can have. So don't go anything below, just in case. Yeah. So once you press OK, you have something like that. So right now I have 3 canvases. So how you know that you have like a canvas there is basically uh, this like a black line. Yeah, so it's supposed to look like that, not like that, like just now. Yeah. So yeah, so basically a canvas is kind of like, the canvas that you have in Photoshop. But in AI, it works kind of differently, because you can have as many canvas as you want, and you can save them each separately. So sometimes you can just save like a whole giant file altogether, which is kind of terrible actually. Yeah. So if you want to save like one separate file, you can. But if you want to save like maybe like 1, 2, you can also. Yeah. So I mean, basically that's how convenient AI is. So when you want to save, you go to File, you go to Save As. So as you can see, the format here is AI. You just want to maybe change it to PDF. Is the selection I would use to send out for like printing, like major printing companies and stuff. So you select PDF. There's a use artboards, which I guess is already ticked. Oh no, wait. Basically, when you press all or range, it's kind of different, because all means that you're actually saving the entire canvas, not just the artboards, which is like within this red rectangle here. Yeah. So what you want to do is you press range, and right now they're telling you that they're just gonna save canvas 1, which is this one. Yeah. How to know that this is canvas 1, right? Basically you kind of just press Shift O, and then you click this canvas, and then you can see like right down here there is like canvas 1 or canvas 2 and canvas 3. See? Yeah. So that's how you know which canvas it is. In the older versions, there's like a tag here that actually says which canvas this is, so you can kind of figure it out from there. Yeah, so basically that's it. And then let me see, for layers, you have a layer system here. Basically any shape or whatever you create, for example, you go up here, or the hotkey M, and then when you create it, okay, I just created one by accident, but yeah, when you create it, oh come on, okay, they will always be on top first. So whatever new thing that you make is always on top, and then whatever older thing that you have will always be at the bottom. Yeah, so basically that's how it works. You can for example, if you want to change the color, you can select this first, the shape, press V to go to the selection mode, and then you click this to select, press I for the eyedropper tool, and then you can select like, basically anything. So right now I selected this, so I could get the green color. Could select this, I could get the blue. Yeah. So for shapes, it always comes in like basically two things. The shape always has a stroke coming with it. But then as you can see right now, if you select your shape, and then you see here there's like blue and then there's an empty, right? Yeah, so basically right now your shape is just blue and has no stroke. That's why there's this like one red line over this white thing. Yeah, but if you want like a color of anything, just double click this and then the color picker will come out. You can select maybe red or something, and then there should be a stroke there, but because right now it's too small, you can always up the size up here. So you can always, yeah, do this, and yeah, your strokes there. So you can zoom in by pressing Command plus. If you want to move about the canvas like how I did, you press spacebar and then you just hold and click. Yeah. Yeah, so you can always click your object, and then you can change the color. So if you want to change the color of your box, you basically want to click this and then like switch this around. Yeah, so anything above here will always be kind of like the one that you're selecting in the color option. So yeah, you just kind of do this, or you can always if you want to swap it around, like the yellow with the green, you can always do this. Yeah, pretty convenient. So let's zoom out now and just remove this. Yeah, so to put stuff above or below, you can always select the object and then right click, go to arrange, and you can set it back. Yeah, so that's how to put it below or above. Okay, so to combine shapes, to cut shapes and stuff, you want to select both objects and then basically just click any of these buttons. So as you can see, this one is like a joining thing, so you want to click that and then you can join it. The bad thing about it, if you join, you don't actually retain the bottom layer's color. You only retain those that are on top. So just take note when you're doing this kind of things. So yeah. Okay, so for certain objects, they have to be above another object to be cut. So in that case, this one was what it is lah. So when I select, I cut it in, yeah, so whatever object that you want to be cut has to always be at the bottom for this case. And you select, you can always do this, where it only takes the middle, and this one is just the reverse. Yeah, so that's all you have to know for Pathfinder. Okay, if you cannot find any of this like options like Pathfinder on your your panel at the side, you can always go to Windows, and then yeah, it will be just right here. So anything you can't find, you just come here. Yeah. Okay, so let's see, that's out of the way. And then let's see, let me go through cutting shapes. I already went through typography. Yeah, so basically typography, you can always let me find a nice typography. Yeah, so maybe you want something like this for your logo, for example. Let me maybe 300 pixels. Yeah, make it bigger. Okay, never mind, maybe a bit bigger. Yeah, like this. Okay, so the thing about text is that you can't actually edit it as a vector unless you convert it. So For example, you found a very nice logo, so, or maybe text or whatever, text logo, yeah. So you just kind of, kind of like type it down if you have the text, and then you select it. You can go up to Object, Expand, and then this menu will come out. Just press OK, and then right now you have all these little points which indicates it as a vector. So vectors are usually found like in shapes, as you would realize from like these things and these things that I've made. Yeah. So anything, or rather the points is okay, so if you want to move a point, you can basically select the item, press A, which is a different kind of selection. It's basically this one. And you can click on it once and then click on it again to drag it. However, this is how you can move a shape. Yeah. So basically for this one, it has like many points, as you can see. The best thing you could do is to reduce the amount of points, because that makes it easier for you to actually move the shape. So yeah, but right now, as you can see, there's like a lot of points. Yeah. So wherever there's a point means that it will like stick there and be fixed. So in the A selection mode, you click and then as you can see, it's like that, right? And then you can see this anchor points, meaning that you can actually kind of control the curve, like how curvy you want and stuff. Like maybe you can just select the handle and then kind of do this. But if you don't want it to be affected here, like this part to be affected, how do I do it again? Control C, yeah, Control C, such that you only move this handle instead of affecting like the one on this side. As you can see, if I just press like A and then select this, or sometimes it might affect it lah, but in this case I already kind of fixed it down. So if you can see, yeah, when you move this side, it's not like down. Yeah, so in that case you want to press Shift C and then you kind of just select this part only. Yeah, so this is one of the ways you can do it. So anyway, I forgot to mention that when you make a text logo like I did just now, and then you expand it, right? Yeah. The thing you want to do is, as you can see, there's this like bounding box kind of thing that's still around here, but in this case I didn't have it. Oh wait, I still have it. Oops. Okay, never mind. I forgot that the A does select stuff separately, but in some cases you kind of don't want it to like come together and stuff. So this is called a group, but you wanna deselect a group or kind of like break it apart. You kind of like right click, you can ungroup, and then sometimes it might be called like clipping mask or something, so you can like unclip clipping mask. Yeah, so it's kind of like one of those weird stuff. You can actually do clipping mask if you want, but clipping mask will group stuff up just so that it doesn't move, like once you're confirmed with your design and stuff. And then press maybe M or something, and then like see where I want to cut. Yeah, but I don't really do this often because I can really kind of do it here. But clipping mask allows you to retain like the stuff inside it, so actually you can still see that there's this, but then for Pathfinder you kind of don't retain it. So that's the difference between both of them. Yeah. So okay, if you want to unclip it, you right click, you release clipping mask, and then there's this thing still here, just delete it. Yeah. And let's see, Okay, so the final one is to make patterns. So for example, if you already have the shapes you want, you can just maybe I use these 3 shapes to make a pattern. And okay, so I'll select all of them. I go up to let me find a pattern. Okay, if I can't find it, I can always use my help tool. Pattern. Okay, so it's under object, pattern, and then make. So basically press OK here. And okay, so right now, as you can see, there's like it's a lot of shit going on. Okay, I don't know why this is gray. Oh, but it's in a preview mode, so I guess that's why. Yeah, so you can see right now, basically this whole thing is representative of your pattern. So you can actually just kind of shift it around and then see like how you would like it and stuff. In pattern mode, you can actually like you can just like copy stuff like that, and then can just kind of you rearrange it and stuff. So if you've forgotten already, copy is alternate. So you can just alternate, and you can change the size of things. Yeah, so basically you want to change the size of things, just go back to your V mode and just click one of the edges and press shift, hold it down, and then yeah, so pretty simple. Yep. Okay, so if you're using CS6, we won't have this weird new function, which is basically to to like curve an object that's like a rectangle or stuff. CS6 doesn't have this function, so yeah. Yep. So yeah, I just select this thing here and you can do that fancy shit. So once you're happy with your pattern, you wanna just press done, and then once you're done, so now you can't find your pattern, right? Don't worry, just press M, draw a shape out, and then in your swatches, which is this icon here, you can vaguely see that there's this little square here, which is your pattern. So as you can see, my pattern became something kind of weird. Yeah, but it's like that. Oh wait. Okay, let me just... yeah, it's kind of like that. So yep, that's how you do your pattern. And let's see. Alright. Yeah, if you're dealing with shapes that are well, you can actually cut it up in a different way if you want to. And then there's this yeah, the scissors tool is something that I would use if I want to cut like a straight line and I can't really control it. So I'll just click one end to the other end, and then as you can see, the circle has come apart. Yeah, it's that simple. But the bad thing about using this method is the points aren't closed, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, the points aren't closed. As you can see, the blue line kinda doesn't close on this side. So you want to press P, and then yeah, when you're in P mode, it's pretty obvious that it's not closed. You can see it's like drawing over here, but then it doesn't come here. So you want to press P, which is the pen tool, click on one end, and then click on this end, and then it closes. Yeah. Oops, just kinda... okay, never mind, I'll just make a shape. Okay. So if you want to get out of the pen mode, just press A. It's my common go-to to just get out of it. Yeah. Well, there's this thing that you can use as well. You can use the knife tool, and then you can just like anyhow draw a shape, and then it just comes out like this. Yeah, so the good thing about this is it does join everything out for you. Yeah, in case you need some fancy weird stuff, that's how you do it. And if you're using a brush, like the brush tool, which is B, you can just like draw a line, like a fancy line or anything, and then kind of select it. As you can see, there's like points as well. Well, if it's line, it's basically a line tool lah. You can open up the brush settings here, and the cool thing is you can make like fancy shit. So yeah, you can expand the stroke of it as well if it's like too small for you, so you can see the textures and stuff. If you want more brushes, you can open here as well. Maybe like let's see, calligraphy. Okay, my stuff is opening there again. Okay. Okay, so you see, as you can see, when I press, it changes, you know, like different effects and stuff. Yeah, up to you. And well, you can expand it like a text as well. It works the same way. And yeah, you can just maybe draw something, maybe just a face or something. Okay, I'm gonna show you something cool. So just like select the whole thing, you group it up, which is Control or Command G on your keyboard, and then I can move it around. Press M, and I'll make this shape thing. Let me choose a different color, and then I'll place it at the bottom. So right now I have this thing. Okay, so I'll show you this. If I'm not wrong, I expand the appearance. Okay, no, I don't think it's a span. I expand this. Do I? Oh no. The heck did I press? Huh. Well, anyway, I think you can do it in this mode as well. Yeah, so you can actually kind of, you know, cut that shape out. So if you're doing like any flat coloring and stuff, you can do that. Yeah, but the thing is, you kind of lose this line, and you don't really want that. So before you actually like cut it, just like Control C, and then when you actually do cut it, let me see, I can't remember which one it was. Oh wait, alright, you can always press this. Oops. Yeah, but there is this thing which means which you can actually use, is called copy in place. So you can actually like copy an object, Control C, and then you press Control Shift V, which is, you know, like another object in place. So if I actually move this, you can see there's another box at the bottom, which I didn't have before. Or I already had before, I don't know. Yeah, so that's one of the cool things. Another cool thing is you can copy this, or actually group it first. You can actually just copy this in the alternate, just hold alternate and then copy it here, and then press Command D or Control D on your keyboard, and then we just, yeah, duplicate itself. Okay, I think yeah, they have a thing where they can't surpass this anymore. Okay, yeah, so that's a few things. I don't think there's more, but yeah, let me check.